Warm welcome to all my professional colleagues. If you are a registered valuer, that is registered with IBBI, and you are having your membership with ICAI RVO, then let me remind you that today, that is 15th of April 2024, is the last date for submission of half-yearly monitoring report with ICAI RVO. And let me draw your attention towards one very important point, that what is required to be reported with ICAI RVO. This policy has been revised with effect from this half yearly report. If you look at the last year's monitoring policy of ICAI RVO, it was saying that registered valuers are required to report each assignment of a listed entity. So you were not required to report the valuation assignments of unlisted entities. Of a listed entity undertaken under the Companies Act 2013. So that it was limited only up to the assignments under the Companies Act 2013. But from this half year, the policy has been revised, and now it says that the registered valuers are required to report each assignment undertaken by them. So whether it is for a listed company or it is for any unlisted company or for LLP or for other entity which is undertaken, whether it is under the Companies Act or under any other act, if it is undertaken in the capacity of a registered valuer, then all such assignments are required to be reported. So number one, this time you will have to report the assignments undertaken for unlisted companies under the Companies Act. Number two, you must also report assignments undertaken under any other act, maybe the Income Tax Act, the IBC Act, or under the SEBI guidelines, if you undertake that assignment in the capacity of a registered valuer. So there may be some confusion that suppose I undertake a valuation under Rule 11 UA of the Income Tax Act and I sign it, but I sign it in the capacity of a registered valuer. Look, if there is a transfer of shares under Section 50 CA or under Section 56 to 10, it does not require a report to be signed by anybody, but practically the client get it signed. Earlier, they used to get it signed by the chartered accountants or sometimes even the merchant bankers. But now the clients are insisting that you sign in the capacity of a registered valuer, though it is not the statutory requirement of the Income Tax Act. So I think that that even if you have undertaken an assignment which is not compulsorily required to be signed by registered valuer, but you sign it in the capacity of a registered valuer, I think that you must report it in your half-yearly monitoring report. So be it listed entity or unlisted entity, whether it is under the Companies Act or under any other act or under any other requirement, and if you are signing it as a registered valuer, that should be reported in your half-yearly monitoring report. So when you try to fill it up, you simply have to go to ICAI RVO website and then you have to log in. Currently, you can submit only report for 31st March 2024 half-year ending. The client may be a company, insolvency professional or other. Whenever you choose the other option, in that case, you must fill it up that what is that other purpose. Okay. And then the fields with the red asterisk mark are compulsorily required to be filled up. So you must mention here the name of the client, the appointing authority, it may be board of director, audit committee or some other appointing authority, and then you should write the date of appointment. So if you were having a date of appointment say as 29th of March 2024 and you have still not completed the assignment, you should report that assignment over here, because it is also asking about expected date of completion. that indicates that even if you have started the assignment or you have simply got appointment and you have not yet started or finished, still you should report it over here. Asset class is obviously fixed securities and financial asset for all the asset valuers. And then is it under the Companies Act or IBC or any other act? So whenever you choose any other option, then there will be a box asking you that under what other option you have done it, and you should specify that. It is asking about expected date of completion as well as the actual date of completion. Actual date of completion is not compulsory field, but expected date of completion is the compulsory field. And then which valuation standard you have followed. If you are ICAI RVO member, obviously you must have followed ICAI valuation standard 2018. And but if you have done it under, say, the Income Tax Act or some other act, then you might have followed those rules rather than ICAI valuation standards. And whether it is a transaction with stakeholders like the corporate debtor or financial creditors, etc., or it is some other transaction, maybe it is simply for allotment of securities, then you will write here 62(1)(c) allotment of securities on preferential basis. So the key highlight of this whole video is beware that you have to report your valuation assignment of unlisted entities also, not only under the Companies Act, but in under whatever act, if you have signed it in the capacity of a registered valuer. Thank you. Stay connected.